Skidmore, Missouri, population barely 300, is a small rural town known for more rumors than residents. In April 2001, 20-year-old Branson Perry lived in a modest white house on West Oak Street with his father. Branson was described as kind-hearted and soft-spoken, someone who helped neighbors and kept to himself. But beneath the stillness of Skidmore lay a strange unease. A place haunted by unsolved mysteries and dark stories that seemed to linger in the air. On April 11th, Branson was cleaning his home in preparation for his father's return from the hospital. A family friend stopped by to help, and everything seemed ordinary, until Branson stepped outside to put away jumper cables. He said he'd be right back. He never returned. When the friend realized Branson hadn't come back, she assumed he'd gone to run a quick errand. But minutes turned into hours, and Branson's car remained in the driveway. His wallet, keys, and shoes were still inside the house. By nightfall, his grandmother called police. Something was clearly wrong. Officers searched the property and surrounding fields but found no sign of Branson. The jumper cables were gone, but later, they mysteriously reappeared, neatly placed back in the yard's storage area. No one ever saw who returned them. It was as if the earth had briefly swallowed Branson and quietly closed again. Authorities combed through Skidmore and nearby towns. No one had seen Branson walk away or get into a car. Search dogs couldn't pick up a reliable scent. His cell phone wasn't active, and there were no bank or credit card transactions after that day. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Investigators questioned locals and friends, but leads were thin. Branson had mentioned going to fix his father's car earlier that day. Routine, simple, unremarkable. Yet that moment turned out to be the last trace of his existence. Detectives began to fear something more sinister had happened in the quiet streets of Skidmore. Skidmore's name already carried weight, a history of shocking crimes, including the infamous 1981 Ken Rex McElroy shooting. People said the town was cursed, a place where justice and secrets intertwined. Branson's disappearance only deepened that legend. Residents began whispering theories. Maybe Branson ran off, maybe someone he trusted betrayed him. But Branson's family dismissed that. He had no money, no vehicle, and no reason to leave. His life had been stable, until it suddenly wasn't. Years later, a disturbing twist emerged. A man named Jack Wayne Rogers, a local pastor and nurse, was arrested in 2003 for unrelated violent crimes. During questioning, he made comments suggesting knowledge of Branson Perry's fate. He later recanted those statements, and no physical evidence ever linked him to Branson's case. Rogers was convicted of assault and child exploitation charges, but the alleged connection to Branson remained speculative. Investigators could neither confirm nor dismiss his involvement. It became yet another foggy lead in a case already consumed by mystery. As months turned to years, hope began to fade. The Perry family held vigils and press appeals, begging anyone with information to come forward. But no trace ever surfaced, no remains, no sightings, no credible clues. The house on West Oak Street grew quiet again, frozen in time. The unanswered question of what happened to Branson became a wound that never closed for his loved ones, and another ghost story for Skidmore's growing list of mysteries. To this day, theories about Branson's fate are divided. Some believe he met with foul play, possibly lured away by someone he knew. Others think he might have stumbled into something dangerous or criminal in the area. A few cling to the faint hope that he left voluntarily, though nothing in his life suggested that. Without evidence, every answer feels incomplete. The reappearance of the jumper cables remains one of the strangest clues, a silent gesture that hints someone knows more than they've ever said. More than 2 decades have passed since Branson Perry vanished from his own yard. The case remains open, his family still searching for closure. the town of Skidmore continues to live under the shadow of its mysteries, each disappearance and tragedy layered atop the last. Branson's story endures not just as a crime, but as a haunting reminder of how someone can step outside on an ordinary afternoon and never come back. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by unsolved mysteries, hit subscribe and ring the bell. You'll never miss an update. Leave your thoughts below. Every comment keeps these stories alive. Until next time, stay safe.